A shocking incident in Balasore, Odisha has drawn national attention. A female student at an autonomous college set herself on fire in protest against persistent harassment by the head of department in the college. She is critical now. She is hospitalized at AIIMS Bhubaneswar. The Odisha state government, which is led by BJP, has meanwhile launched a high-level probe, arrested the accused and suspended the principal. But this case has also ignited serious questions about institutional responsibility and the urgent need for systemic reforms in how colleges handle harassment complaints by their own students. Also, there have been instances across the country that have spotlighted the absence of institutional accountability. From the gang rape of a woman grazing goats in Odisha to colleges in Bengal, where there have been at least 2 instances of sexual violence and rape in the last 1 month, what will it take for our educational institutions to become accountable for safeguarding our youth, not silencing them? That's what we asked today. Joining us now is Raj Chaudhary, spokesperson of the BJP in Bengal. We have Brinda Adige, who's a social activist. We have Jayanto Ghoshal, consulting editor, NDTV political analyst. We also have Lekha Samant Singar, who's a senior general secretary of the BJD. Thank you all of you for joining me on this broadcast. Ms. Lekha, to you first. The BJP government has initiated an inquiry into the incident that happened in Balasore in Odisha. What more do you think that the state government needs to have done to improve safety of women in the state?
See, first of all, I want to say that crimes against women, ever since the BJP government has come to power 1 year back, it is the one amongst the highest in the state. And as of today, we are having 15 rapes and gang rapes per day. Now, having said that, this particular incident, this girl has been sexually harassed by the HOD of her department, which is the education department of this 81-year-old college, FM college, very famous college of Balasore. And she has been running from pillar to post, sending her grievance to the principal, to the BJP MP from Balasore, Shri Pratap Sadangi, to the BJP MLA from Balasore, Manas Kumar Datta. She has tweeted tagging the Union Education Minister, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan. She has tagged the Department of Higher Education, the State Minister, the National Commission for Women, and the Chief Minister of Odisha, Mohan Majhi. She has informed everybody. And I must tell you that she is an AVVP leader. She is leader of the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, which is the student wing of the BJP and RSS. And her grievances were not listened to, as a result of which she ran from pillar to post, informed the police also. They did not register an FIR, and we fear that it was under the pressure of the BJP MP and MLA and the ABVP, due to which the FIR wasn't registered, and failing in all aspects to get justice for herself.
Okay.
She was pressurized by the committee of the college to withdraw her complaint and to compromise with the said HOD.
Clearly, many loopholes there, like you rightly pointed out. Mr. Chaudhary, BJP has been raising the issue of sexual crimes in Bengal, saying that law and order has been in a state of decline in West Bengal under TMC. But today, TMC is saying that women are not getting justice even in BJP-ruled states like Odisha. How would you respond to that?
See, I was just watching a report of NCRB. The report was published in 2022, where the NCRB has clearly mentioned that Odisha, during the BJD rule, at that time it was under the BJD rule, Odisha was at the 4th position, crime against women. Today, of course, BJP is in power. People have elected BJP, and the BJP is taking steps to tackle these situations. You have already told that the accused are already arrested. So, and high-level probe is already going on. So we have to wait. Those who are involved in these kind of heinous crime, don't bifurcate it into BJP, BJD or TMC. Those whoever involved in these kind of heinous crime, the society, the government and the people should take this seriously, and strict action should be taken against them. But as far as West Bengal is concerned, we have not seen the Chief Minister of West Bengal making any responsible statement. We have seen the Chief Minister of West Bengal defending the rapist. Sometimes West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, during the Park Street rape case, she said that such incidents keep happening. Just like cold and fever in body, rape is very common. So we have not seen any BJP leader or a Prime Minister or Chief Minister of Odisha making such statements. So today we have to understand the response of the government. What is the response of the Odisha government and what is the response of the West Bengal government? The West Bengal Chief Minister had defended Sheikh Shahjahan inside the West Bengal Legislative Assembly. The leaders of West Bengal Trinamool Congress openly defend the rapist. Anubrata Mandal, Sheikh Shahjahan, several leaders are there, and just few days back,
very important.
one leader.
Before I go to Mr. Ghoshal, Lekha, you wanted to come in for a minute.
Convicted for raping a minor girl.
Tell you, it is a sad day for Odisha, where Odisha is being compared to other states. Let me tell you, ours is one of the most peaceful states, and under Shri Naveen Patnaik, the women were flourishing, and all kinds of women empowerment programs were on. But today, the MP cannot go scot-free. The MLA cannot go. Madam, please let me speak.
Okay, Mrs. Chaudhary, let her respond. I'll come to you.
And not Jagannath.
Can we just have Lekha? I'll just come to you, Mr. Chaudhary, in just a bit. Miss Lekha, please go on.
Yes, the abatement to suicide, she has gone from pillar to post, as I said. She has met the BJP MP from Balasore, Pratap Sadangi, 7 days back. What did he do to prevent this suicide? This girl now has sustained 95% burns and is fighting for her life. And we all know what 95%
Mr. Ghoshal, Jayanto Ghoshal, political patronage for criminals, or even like Lekha is talking about, pressures on the survivors, that becomes a big accusation every time there's a crime against women. Specifically in Bengal, we see that happening in Odisha as well. How can ruling governments address something like this? Because one thing about this Mango Mishra case is that there are people saying that there are Mango Mishras in several colleges of Bengal. How does a party like the TMC, or for that matter any party, handle the issue of political patronage?
Vasudha, first of all, I must say that there are fault lines in West Bengal too. And in West Bengal, after 2 decades of TMC regime, the responsibility of the government must be there. But, if we go by the blame game of the political parties, you cannot resolve and you cannot address the issue, because it is a crime. It's not a BJP's rape or TMC's rape or sexual assault. Actually, it's a gender issue. It's a woman atrocity against women, and irrespective of party line, party prism, whether the government is taking action or not, because this it's a social crime. In West Bengal, in RG Kar case, there are several complaints were there that government didn't take action and there was a delay. But last incident, what happened to this law college incident, perhaps ruling regime also realized, TMC regime, that the action is needed immediately, because now the media, social media, there are several, immediate exposure of the incident. You cannot hide. So politically, TMC this time taken action in the law college incident. Even in Odisha also, I should not blame the ruling party BJP, but if there is a delay against taking the action, that is the complaint, and that investigation should be there. That the head of the department, when the allegation was there, and the complaint is that several complaints were there, and they have not taken that action. So now, after this shocking incident, it is not a mere political tutu meh. This is not the right time to do that. And I am not supporting if there is any delay in TMC as ruling regime. If in not only Odisha and West Bengal, it's a national issue. In Delhi also, this incident can take place, and it takes place. So, Vasudha, I think we should go beyond this narrow politics.
Yeah. Should never happen. That's a very valid point.
Even there is a
Brinda Adige,
Yeah, Vasudha.
Jayanto Ghoshal has made a very valid point that there should be no whataboutery when it comes to instances of sexual violence. But, you know, it always hurts a little more when incidents like this happen in colleges, in educational institutions, or in workplaces. That's why RG Kar hit us all very badly. And, you know, the thing that happened in Kasba Medical College, or the Odisha incident where the student is protesting since 1st of July, like Lekha said, she's going and meeting a lot of people, but it takes a self-immolation for her voice to be heard. Despite laws like POSH Act or UGC regulations, why do our universities and colleges still grapple with, you know, underreporting, or for that matter, non-existence of ICCs, which, you know, should not just be existing on paper? They should have counseling, they should have, you know, legal aid. Why are these things not in place in this country? Ma'am, you'll have to unmute yourself.
While I reiterate what Mr. Jayanta said and what Mr. Raj was raising about, we need to also look very seriously at what Mrs. Rekha was talking about. Usually, cases on sexual assault, sexual abuse, and sexual violence in workplaces, and in this place, in the educational institution, women don't come forward because the woman is the one who's again maligned time and again. We also know that we have very strong laws. We don't need any more strong laws just now. But we also have to understand that there's some kind of political patronage that is given to these people in schools or in colleges because they all have some political connections. Now, in this case, why so much of attention being given about BJP or ABVP is she is a vocal person, unlike the regular person who might not even want to come out and talk. And it is not a one-time complaint. She's gone to several people following process and procedure, and no action has taken place. Even the police, forget the educational institution, even the police did not do anything. And continuously saying that you compromise or you give up, don't take your complaint back, it just shows that the institutions are okay with girls being molested and sexually abused and violated by people sitting in positions as professors and lecturers, supposedly enlightened people who are teaching young people. Now, that is absolutely unacceptable.
Okay.
Now, one part of the thing is nobody's pulling them up. Who's monitoring whether you have an IC? Who sits on the IC?
Right.
Why is the police case filed only on the HOD? Why not on the principal and the entire IC, and including the police who were there who did not register the complaint? Now, this is the problem with the mechanisms that we have over here. Okay. That is why the voice is being raised to say, if someone as vocal as a leader of ABVP is not heard, will an ordinary student be ever heard? Will she have the courage to come out and speak up?
Lekha, what do you think the BJD government could have done better in this case? Because I also agree that every state sees instances like this. This is also a societal problem. We have to improve the quality of our policing. But an incident like this, how do you think the BJD could have made a difference if it was the ruling party?
See, we have to understand here that the sexual harassment thing by the HOD was going on since the last 6 months. And since the last 6 months, this girl has gone to different authorities, including the police. And the BJP leaders were pressurizing the police not to take the FIR. That is a very serious thing. She has not been able to file an FIR. She has only written to the police. She has gone to the MP. She has gone to the MLA. But somewhere or the other, because this is ABVP and these are BJP leaders, they tried to hush up the entire matter. And let me tell you here that since the investigation is going on and this thing is going to escalate, somewhere or the other, there was one person who was photographing the whole immolation thing, which is supposed to be, her own thing. So who knew that she was going to self-immolate herself? So who is this person taking video footage of the whole incident? So somewhere or the other, there's a bigger criminal conspiracy behind it, but it is all within the ABVP, all within the BJP, and 6 months a girl has been complaining and no agency redresses her case. There is no internal complaints committee which is working independently in the college. Vishaka Guidelines, Sexual Harassment in the Workplace 2013 very clearly says that any place which employs or where women are there, there has to be an independent internal complaints committee. But we find that there's some sort of committee which did not work independently and which tried to, force the girl to withdraw her complaint, to compromise with the HOD. Otherwise, she will lose marks. She will fail. She was being pressurized in various ways.
Yes, Mr. Chaudhary, do you think that such crimes need to be looked at from a very non-politicized lens also? Because these things do happen in states, and it's very important to take a very rigorous position but not really get politics into this.
I would love to not be political.
We have already.
Yeah, Mr. Chaudhary. Yeah, Mr. Chaudhary.
The BJP has,
See, we have already
yes, let the BJP spokesperson
what
respond,
steps were taken by the BJP government when they were in power. We have seen the list of NCRB. The report of NCRB clearly says where Odisha was standing at the time of BJP. From 2019 to 2022, around 15,000 cases of rapes were reported in Odisha, and this is the statement of their own Home Minister when they were in power. Now, let me come to one point. I definitely agree with Ms. Lekha on one thing, that Odisha cannot be compared with West Bengal, because we have to see the response of the government. What was the response of the government in Odisha, and what is the response of the West Bengal government when such kind of incident happens, when such kind of incident takes place in West Bengal? We have seen Park Street when the Chief Minister defended the rape. Still, the West Bengal government gave police protection to the convicted of the Park Street rape case. Now I am going to tell you about Anubroto Mondol. Just one of the women activists was saying about the role of IC. Let me tell you about West Bengal, where Anubroto Mondol, a heavyweight leader of TMC from Birbhum district, called IC of Birbhum and said over phone call, I will do this to your mother, beep, beep, beep. I will do this to your wife, beep, beep, beep. You can't play those audio even. What was the response of the government? The IC who recorded the call of Anubroto Mondol has been charged, his phone has been seized, and he has been served notice. No action is taken against Anubroto Mondol. Sheikh Shahjahan, Mamata Banerjee called her brave lion and called that he has been targeted by BJP. Just few days back, one TMC heavyweight leader in Malda, Rafiqul Islam, is convicted for raping a minor girl in Malda during the post-poll violence in 2021. What happened in Law College in Kasba? Who is Manojit Mishra? Manojit Mishra is a TMCP leader, or you can say TMC rape union or rape parishad. He was reared, he was totally nurtured by the
Ghoshal,
TMC
I really like the point that you made, that we also need to look at it from a holistic lens, non-political lens. But sir, every time something like this happens, I see like Odisha government came up with this pink zones. We saw TMC come up with the Aparajita bill. Similarly, BJP also does these things. Have we also become very reactive when it comes to sexual violence against women? We say ki, फांसी दे दो, capital punishment दे दो, create pink zones, let it only be for women. Is there not really thought that's being put into policy, that's being put into, the understanding of society? Because, in Delhi, we've also seen instances like a father killing his daughter. So clearly there needs to be some churn that's happening in society which balances traditional values, also modernity, and looks at keeping the interest of women at the center of all of this.
Yeah, Vasudha, I completely agree with you, because it should not be rape and the molest and the sexual harassment should not be electoral issue. It should not be, when something is happening in Odisha and TMC has issued a statement today sitting in Calcutta that why the person has not been arrested earlier when the girl complained. And after this shocking incident, you are taking action. And the BJP is to divert Odisha issue. Now you can raise West Bengal issue. I am not trying to dilute the West Bengal issue. Again and again, Vasudha, I am saying that now there should be a consciousness should be there on consensus, political consensus on this rape and the gender issue. This should not be electoral, organizational, party issue. You know, our Prime Minister is also very sensitive on gender and women issue. The center can call a meeting also, can develop consensus. It's my suggestion. Education is a concurrent list.
Right.
And all the education institution, it's a social problem. You know, there is a trend, not only Calcutta, in several metropolitan cities, lot of viral, lot of YouTubers, they are showing, and even using the artificial intelligence, you can do lot of things, and it's happening. And whether capital punishment will take place or not, that is another political debate.
Absolutely, absolutely. Closing remarks, Brinda Adike. How do women, how do our girls deal with institutional inaction, and how do they deal with institutions who treat their complaints as just an inconvenience?
First and foremost, our governments, both the state government and the union government, needs to take up this issue of awareness against sexual assault and violence against women on a mission mode. They did it for polio, they did it for Swachh Bharat. They have to do it for this. And all our schools must not shy away from educating our children that you can come up and speak, and hold educational institutions, the police and the judiciary accountable. We don't seem to be holding them accountable. We have political parties over here and the spokesperson talking about NCRB data and all of it. But where have these mechanisms been held accountable? Nothing is being held accountable. Even now, the educational institution management has not been pulled up. The IC has not been pulled up. I think it is time for us to involve the civil society to be part of the entire monetary system.
Absolutely, that is very well said. Thank you all of you for joining me on this broadcast. Until institutions fear consequences for inaction, more than survivors fear speaking out, nothing will change, and that is something that we should be thinking about. Here's also a report on what really happened in Odisha.
West Bengal, Odisha, Delhi, Tamil Nadu. College campuses are failing its female students. While the horror of the RG Kaur Medical College in Kolkata is still fresh in the minds, 2 more rape cases inside campuses have rocked the city of joy. A law student in South Kolkata was dragged into a guard's room and gang raped.
फिर आप पुलिस के पास कब गए और उसके बाद क्या एक्शन पुलिस ने लिया? जी,
गुड एक्शन किया
जी।
हमको पुलिस के ऊपर भरोसा है
जी। कि आप अभी क्या कार्रवाई की मांग करते हैं, क्या कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए?
आई वांट मैक्सिमम पनिशमेंट।
While another woman was allegedly raped inside the boys' hostel of a premier institute like IIM-Calcutta.
They stated that the incident was consensual. We stated no, it was not a fact, because the accused gave some food to him. She became unconscious. Thereafter, she was physically abused.
Then, in Odisha's Balasore, another horrifying incident that shocked the nation. This video of a female student who self-immolated inside a government university campus after her allegations of sexual harassment against her head of department went unaddressed by the college principal.
लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोसेस है, वो 6 महीने से चल रहा था. वो जो एचडी है उसका, वो कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ किया है. वो तो मेरे को बताया नहीं, माँ को बताया था शायद, मेरे को कुछ पता नहीं था. 15 दिन पहले पिताजी ने मेरे को फ़ोन किए कि तुम जाओ, थोड़ा लफड़ा हुआ है कॉलेज में, उसको क्या थोड़ा देख के आओ.
In the national capital, a 19-year-old student from Delhi University is missing since 7th July. Her last location, the Signature Bridge.
Till now, the police are saying the same thing which they said on the 7th, that is, we are investigating, have patience, investigating, have patience. But if you are investigating, I understand that you are investigating and everything. But where is the report? Where is the update? Where is the clue? Where is the lead? There is nothing.
Stalking, sexual assault, and even more horrific, rape, all taking place on campuses. At least one FIR is registered every 51 minutes in India, while countless more go unregistered. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao must go beyond the slogan, and real effort needs to be made to make sure our campuses are safe and supportive for women. With Abhishek Datta, Gargi Rawat for NDTV.
It's not just about violence, but about the cost of silence that these women have to endure. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.